Achieving your dream life is not hard. It's not. It's not! Hello and welcome to Ella's Archive. I'm Ella and this is it's the dream series. Girl. I dreamed a dream and time won't fly. I dreamed a love will never die. Okay, I am determined to set up a series to get you on the path to actually achieving your dreams because, as I just said in my intro, your dream is not hard to achieve. It is not hard to achieve. And in this episode, I want to start with talking about career. And let's get into it. I feel like there's a lot of overcomplication when it comes to actually creating your dream life, what the dream life actually is, the career, how far you have to go to get it, what you have to do. Sometimes people talk in loops, and I'm here to cut that out. So, in about like 9 steps, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Number one, what do you know about your actual desired field? Have you done all the research? Do you know exactly how people get hired for this? Do you know all the skills that you need? Do you know what qualifications you need for this? Do you know the ways of thought that are required for this position or for whatever it is that you want to do? You need to make sure you are so clued up on your job, on the job that you want to do, because essentially, if that's going to be your thing for life, you need to know what to do. And if you don't, I suggest you hop on the Google, you hop on whatever resources there is. I'm telling you, these days it's 2025. There are so many resources out there. So many. Like a scary amount of resources that can actually go and show you all the things you need for your field. Whether you're looking to start at uni, whether you finished uni and you're looking for a new position, do your research. Do all of your research. Dedicate time, I'd say at least an hour this week, if you have the capacity, to actually research before you even job search, before you even do the heavier things. Research, okay, what do I need to actually get to where I want to be? What tools do I require? What is everything that I need to know that I can possibly get from my researches to be able to do this? Think of it as if you're in school and you're writing an essay and or like a dissertation, and you need to collect as much research for this certain topic as possible. You need to be able to know what you're writing. You need to be able to know what you're talking about. Because if you don't know what you're talking about and you're pursuing it, that doesn't make sense. Then step number two, after you've done all this research and you've had a little bit of a ponder, you need to ask yourself, why do you want to do it? What pulls you to this job? Because there can be so many different reasons as to why you want to do something. You can either be doing it because it genuinely gives you fulfillment. You could be doing it for the money. You could be doing it for the lifestyle. You could do it for the balance it gives you, the work life balance. But that is for you to decide. Why do you want to do it? And for me, I think the biggest thing for pursuing jobs, pursuing whatever career based things, was asking myself, would this fulfill me if I do it? One thing that really helped me, for me, I'm currently on my path to marketing. And what really attracted me to that field is I know myself that I am a creative. I am a creative through and through. Through my life, I have tried to maybe in a way disprove it to be like, okay, maybe I'm something else, like da 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 da, just out of curiosity. But I realized me, I am a creative. I cannot, you can't take the creative out of the girl. I'm so sorry. Creative through and through. That's the job I have to do, and that's the job where I feel very fulfilled. And this makes a big difference because there are very different jobs in this world. There are some jobs that are not creative at all, and sometimes it can really make a difference on your work ethic. It can really make a difference on how motivated you feel in the day to do each thing, because we all have our different purposes, we all have our different personalities or different things that fulfill us. And for me personally, I find doing a job that helps to fulfill my, I guess, desires, um or just I don't even know what the right phraseology is for this. Hold on, girl. Sort of like, it's right for me. It's right for me. It's important to do what is for you, to flow with yourself and to flow with who you are, not what everyone else is doing. That's a big mistake. Do not do that. Flow with what's for you. For me, that is creativity. For you, it might be something different, or it might be creativity as well. So you need to actually sit and have a ponder, have a think as to, why do you want to do this? Read the job descriptions. Proper have a think. Imagine yourself in this role and wonder, is this something that will fulfill me? Is this something that will fulfill the needs that I'm looking for whatever it is that the job is going to provide me? That is going to take you so far, because not only, once again, will it give you clarity, but it will push you forward and will motivate you so much more, because ultimately you're putting yourself on the path to do something that will make you happy, that will fulfill you, and that is so key. So make sure you spend time doing this. And I like to take this phrase with a pinch of salt as well, but something that also can be useful in terms of figuring out what you actually want to do is asking yourself, would you do this if you weren't paid? Would you do this for enjoyment? Would you enjoy doing this without being paid? Because that can help you to actually notice and understand if you enjoy the position. Number 3 is building the experience. Now, this is probably one of the longest and probably sometimes one of the most annoying parts about building what you want to build, but each time you build experience, each time you dedicate, is one step closer to the career, the life that you want. Life is actually a journey, and it's a blessing that it's a journey, because it adds value. I mean, imagine if you just achieved your dream life, dream career straight away with no grind, no struggle. Like, I know a lot of us don't want struggle and don't want the adversities, but think about it. Without it, it actually adds not a lot of value. Because imagine if all the great things in life were easy to get. What would we do? We would be complacent, or we'd take advantage of it, or not value it for what it is. It wouldn't be something to aspire to. And this is something that's definitely in my journey helps me, because it's helped me to be a lot more accepting of myself and my journey and how long it takes. And the simple fact that you're getting closer and closer every day. You're literally getting closer and closer every day, because the more you work on it, the more you build the experience, the closer you are to where you need to be. You never know what the next day could bring to you. So whether this experience is doing a course at university, doing an apprenticeship, doing some other online courses, talking to some people, shadowing some people, but I want you to be very thorough with this, and I want you to be very, very intentional and have in your mind that these are the steps I'm taking to actually build the life that I want. This is a way of loving yourself. This is a way of creating a life that you deserve. And so make sure you are also applauding yourself during this, because these are big steps for yourself. And can I just say, partway through this video, I'm already very proud of you that you're even considering this in the first place. But make sure you stack up that experience, because you want to give yourself the best opportunity possible. Absolutely. Step number 4, who should I speak to? This is something I wish people told me probably when I was in university, that speaking to people is so essential, especially these days, in terms of getting your dream career, getting anything, to be honest with you. There is so much value in conversation, and I was quite lucky studying my journalism degree, because one of the main things I was taught was that value comes in every conversation. Often we were taught, and it was pretty cool, that you could find a story anywhere, because as journalists, we had to find stories to write about them. And it was so true that the more people you talk to, the more stories that could come. It could come from the person you're talking to, it could be about someone who knows the person you're talking to, or stuff like that. You never know what can transpire from a conversation. And it's exactly the same for job opportunities. You never know who can help you. And there's so many different places. We are so lucky to have social media. We're so lucky to have so many events and just different people around us. Sometimes different educational institutions that can actually help us to be connected to these things. Utilize it. Utilize it. Do not be scared to put yourself out there. Do not be scared to give yourself that chance to break through the doors. Don't feel guilty, because at the end of the day, with this career stuff, all of us need to do it. It is a struggle. It can be hard, but we all need to do it, and a lot of people actually understand that. And I will direct you to some places you can go. Number one, LinkedIn, LinkedIn. Okay, sometimes I do have a bit of a love hate relationship with LinkedIn, but it's truly a really good place to actually find people and to get inspired, be able to get connected with them, and find different opportunities as well. I really, really suggest, if you're not on it already, to make a profile. Where else to find people and to talk to people? If you're at university, or even if you're not. Did you know that on a lot of different university websites, there are so many emails of lecturers that you can talk to about different things? These are professors in so many different fields that could probably have so much advice for you, or just maybe even different opportunities. And I find this is actually quite a good way to get a really good insight into different things. And I really, really, really do suggest it, because they will be very happy to help. Social media. I know social media is also a bit of a but it's also very, very, very helpful in terms of career. Once you're in the right realms and the algorithm catches on to what you're looking for, it can really reveal some amazing things. There are some brilliant pages. I'll definitely link a few here, but I really suggest you use that, because there's also so many different people you can find and so much advice you can get, so many even job opportunities, events, and stuff like that. That's a very big tool that, if you're using it in the right way, it can really bring some amazing benefits to you. You could even try networking events. This is a very big thing these days, but it's really very useful, because this is definitely where you find people who are very keen to help you out. And you never know who you can find there. You never know what job opportunities you can find there, what advice you can find there. You genuinely never know. And this is why the power of talking to people can be so impactful, because you never know who you could meet. You literally never know who you could meet. You never know what's around the corner. And that's the beauty about, once again, the journey, because you never know what's around the corner. You just have to keep trooping, keep going, and you will find it. It's really, really important to get so clued up and to take in all these different resources, because at the end of the day, this is what's going to develop your experiences and what's going to make you more attractive to employers, or to have you more educated about what you want to do, to be able to get you closer. And the essence of this is by talking to people who are already in your field. It's just the best point of contact, because talking to people who already know what to do, you know, the number five, we've got the number five. Number five is visualizing. So I need to tell you, you've already got the job. You've got it. You've got the position. You've got whatever it is that you're desiring. You do already have it, because it's going to happen in your future, anyways. It's literally going to happen. Because if it's in your heart, best believe it's actually going to happen. If it's lighting a fire inside of you, obviously that is meant for you. You need to be able to actually see yourself in the career position that you want to be in, because otherwise, how is that going to become a reality? If you can't see yourself doing it, you're basically minimizing the possibility of you doing it. There's a lot of philosophy that goes around the essence of visualizing and manifestation, as you guys know. I'm sure you guys know. But there is actually great, great, great power in it. Because imagine this, if we're looking for this career, or looking for whatever we want to do, but we're going towards it with fear, we are basically sending out the message to the universe or to God that we don't think we're capable of doing it or we don't think we're worthy of it. Because if it's creating an anxiety, it's showing that there's uncertainty and it's showing that you don't believe it in yourself. And I'm going to be really honest, there has definitely been times in my life where I have had a lot of anxiety surrounding what I've really wanted to do or what I really want to do because I believe for me ultimately it came down to comparison and came down to me listening to what everyone else was saying to me. This is definitely for me what made it quite difficult and made it very anxiety inducing. And I want to say, if you have ever experienced that, I understand you. And do not demonize yourself either for having those thoughts because they are so normal. And I'll be really honest, when we have aspirations and we have dreams, there's going to be a lot of forces that are going to try to bring that down. But over time, you need to be able to develop the self belief in yourself that you can do it. Because at the end of the day, this is your story. This isn't anyone else's story. This is yours. No matter what anyone says, no matter what possible limitations people try to put on you, at the end of the day, it's your story. It is indeed your story. And this is why it's so, so, so important to not compare yourself to anyone. And this leads perfectly onto my next point, which is mentality. Literally, I must put this down for you right now. Your journey is yours. Therefore, when it is meant to happen for you, it will happen. Know that there is a blessing in the journey. There is a blessing in all the different individual steps that it takes. And essentially, we all run on our own timing. We were put on this earth for our own individual journeys. We were not made to look like everyone else. We weren't made to be like everyone else. We all have our very beautiful individual identities for a reason. Our own individual faults, our own individual looks, our style, our family, our friends, our community, where we are, where we live, everything. And that's important in personal life, but it's also important in career to know that it's your journey. It's your own blessing of a journey. Because I will be really honest, if your journey was like everyone else's, it would be so boring. It would be so boring. It was so boring. It will be so boring. And that's why it's so important to value it at every pace and not to be so hard on yourself if something isn't happening straight away or it's not happening at the pace you want it to be. And I understand the struggle. I've been there. It can be really hard when you just want to be somewhere so bad, but you're just not there yet. But sometimes you really have to pay attention and think what life is actually teaching you if you haven't quite got to where you need to be yet. Something I've definitely learned in, I'd say maybe in recent months, maybe in recent years, is that I know it's such a stereotypical phrase, but life really is a teacher. It really, really is a teacher. And in order to get where you need to be, you don't know how many lessons you have to learn. You don't know how much wisdom you have to pick up to actually be where you want to be. But life is genuinely your best teacher for that. And so if you're not there yet, there may be a reason. It's not because you won't get there. You will get there. It's just maybe there's some extra steps you need to learn along the way. And that is actually, in a way, I found that really, really validating because, once again, as we can go around and we can compare ourselves, we don't know what individual lessons we need to learn. We don't know what individual wisdom we need to pick up. And, in life, sometimes we can hit such blows, sometimes we can experience losses. And yeah, it can definitely feel horrible. It can definitely feel like maybe you're straying a bit further away from your goal, but these mistakes and these failures can actually be such blessings in disguise. And there are so many examples. If you look at any of your favorite inspirations, if you look at just so many examples, think of someone who you look up to and think, or just even assess, like, do you think they had it easy the whole way? Do you think they had the success just like that? They didn't. They really didn't. It is a journey, and it's a blessing that it's a journey, because I think, as I referred to before, that is what makes it special. So, therefore, no matter how long it takes, you need to have faith you will get there. And you need to have faith that whatever you're learning along the way, as long as you're picking up on the lessons and you're striving towards your goals regardless, you're going to be fine, because you're getting there. You're getting closer. You're getting closer by pushing past the failures. You're getting closer by learning, because that's how we grow, essentially. Through the pain is how we grow, through the different aches and pains. You know, it's growing pains. It's how we grow. You can't grow without a bit of pain. And as fortunate as it is sometimes, it's true, but it can be rewarding. It's even like going to the gym, for example. When you've been working out, you're gonna feel the resistance, you're gonna feel the aches on your muscles, but that doesn't mean you're failing. It means that you're gaining. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, don't let the failures, don't let the things that push you back, or how long your journey may be, don't let it discourage you, because it's still in your reach. And if other people are doing it, best believe you can do it too. It is not as difficult as people put it out to be. Do not listen to the gatekeepers, because they're just trying to gatekeep. Don't be listening to them. If people are doing it, you can most certainly do it too. Your mind is powerful, and whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. No matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes. There is a blessing in the journey. So don't worry about that. You're going to get there. And with this mentality, you're going to get so far, because I know with me, this has definitely helped me on my journey, instead of putting so much pressure on myself to achieve straight away, because it's not realistic. Okay? It's not. It's really not. Let life unfold for you. Number 7 is a little bit of a different, it's not a different perspective, but I just have to be very real. Sometimes in our journey, we can be, well, I guess alongside the failures, or maybe some life events that may go on, you may need to slow down a bit, or there may be some other things you need to prioritize. Or, for example, you may just need to earn some money. And so, therefore, you can't dedicate your whole time to the specific career you want to do quite yet. And you might have to do some other side jobs, for example, or you might have to study some courses so that your employability is a bit better in terms of getting different jobs. But don't look at it as something telling you to fail. It's not. It's just knowing when to be wise at different points of your life. Sometimes you do need to slow down. Sometimes you do need to just focus on getting the money in for a bit until you're at a bit more of a stable level. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get there. It just means, let's slow it down. Let's see what we have to do. Let's be resourceful, because that's also another lesson that this teaches you, to be resourceful. Because once you get your desired position as well, you're going to need to learn how to be resourceful. Did that make sense? You're going to need to learn how to be resourceful too. That's a very important life skill that sometimes when you hit with these adversities, it teaches you, and it will inevitably help you. Because at the end of the day, when you get your desired position that you want to be in, you're going to need to know how to sort your finances. You're going to need to know how to balance your life. You're going to need to know so many things that you probably didn't even know you need to know. But from your experience of needing to be resourceful, and maybe times in your life where you did have to slow down or prioritize some different things in the meantime, you learn these skills. Is very important, and do not be discouraged by it. This stuff did used to scare me. It did used to scare me, because I used to think it was a message of being like, oh, Ellie, you can't do it. Oh, you know, maybe you should pick the more, what do people call it? The more, the safer option. But don't look at it like that. Even if people try to tell you that, no, 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 no. As I said before, who's in control? You. Use it and see it as an advantage, even if it's going a bit slower than you want it to be. You will be amazed at how much you will learn and how much it will actually help you in the long run. The key is to be patient with the journey. Step 8 is to make a plan. Make a plan. Open up. What is it? What is it that you want to write your plan down on? You can write it on a notebook. You can write it on, what I love is Canva. Love a bit of Canva. That is my bestie. Me and my Canva are locked in. I don't care. That is amazing. It has so many different templates you can use if you don't know what Canva is. It's got so many different templates to make so many different things, and it's basically almost completely free because there's so much you can do on it. But the essence is make that plan for yourself. Actually set out strategies, because you see all these dreams, they become goals once you actually put it into a plan, once you actually put a date to it, once you actually list out the things you have to do. This will make it real. This will make it real. And once it's written down, it will always be something that you can refer back to. And you can even track to see where you are in your journey without putting too much pressure on yourself. Like don't worry if at some point you don't reach something at a certain time. It's fine, because you've got time. You've got time. As long as it's on that paper and you're paying attention and you're seeing what different things you need to do, you're getting closer and closer anyway. So therefore, you're doing just fine. But the plan is going to help you so much. And it's also going to give you a much clearer focus as to just what you need to do anyways. You'd be amazed at how useful having things on paper actually is. Because sometimes things can go on in our head and it can be a bit like, oh, okay, like I have an idea, but I don't actually know what's going on. Put it on paper. Number 9 is to take small steps, but actionable steps. This is a journey that is going to take quite a lot of different elements, but they're all elements that add up to be something very strong. It's very important to know all these small values, as it really, really makes a difference along the way. And it could be skills you don't even notice are useful. For example, sociable skills, analytical skills, strategy, that you'd be amazed at what parts of life will actually teach you how to do this. You learn not only so much about the job that you want to do and the career that you want to do, but you learn so much more about yourself. And you'd be very amazed at how much this journey can help you develop yourself, not even for the career. Yeah, just for yourself. You'd be very surprised. It is a blessing to invest in yourself so heavily. And I want to set the mission for you to value yourself in this sense, to actually realize how much of a benefit this is going to create for you, not just for the career, for you. Because that will also make a massive difference in your speed of getting there. Number 10 is the belief that you can do it, because you can. It doesn't matter what background you come from, what your backstory is, who you are, what your thoughts are. It's possible. It is very possible. There are so many resources out there these days. So many different ways to be able to get certain positions. You just need to believe in yourself and it will catapult you there so much faster than you think. Just because other people are going at different speeds doesn't mean you're not going to get there too. The dream is meant for you, so it will happen when the time is right. I wanted to end with a quote from Walt Disney, who is, I'd say, he's the man of dreams, founder of Disney. And he says, let me get it out. So it's actually quite a long quote, but I feel like it's pretty impactful. And I was reading it and I was like, wow, this is so very true. And I'll probably delve into this in other videos, but this is a quote. And just like that, after a long wait, a day like any else, I decided to triumph, to look for the opportunities, not to wait. I decided to see every problem as an opportunity to find a solution. I decided to see every desert as the opportunity to find an oasis. I decided to see every night as a mystery to solve. I decided to see every day as a new opportunity to be happy. That day, I lost the fear of losing and I started to fear not winning. I learned that it does not matter if you are a light, if you are not going to illuminate another's road. That day, I decided to change so many things. That day, I learned that dreams only exist to be made to come true. Since that day, I don't sleep to rest. Now I dream just for dreams. Now, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really do hope this has helped you, because this is something I feel like I really had to share with you, something that was really on my heart, and I really do want to help you guys to get on the path to your dreams, because it is not as hard as people are saying it is. And in this next series, I'm going to be so determined to make sure that you are living your dream life. So if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sending you so, so, so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. See you. Oh, see you.